afternoon, everyone, wherever you are.
Yeah,
we're
afternoon.
We're afternoon here, aren't we?
We are afternoon here, yeah.
I'm Joanne Piner, and this is my mum.
I'm Glenn.
And
as I say, I'm my mum.
Yeah, definitely your mum. Definitely my mum. And we are ReePin Crafts. Welcome to the channel if it's the first time you've seen us. And for those returning, thank you very much for your support. We have been away for a little bit, and we do apologise for that. Life and everything else that's got in the way.
And holidays.
And holidays and different things. So anyway, we're tending to make a bit of a schedule at the minute, aren't we? And get back to being with you weekly again. So really, we wanted to do a show and tell, didn't we, to begin with?
We did, yeah.
So I think we'll start with you, Mum.
Yeah.
So before we start, I'm going to move the camera, and so that you can see what Mum's been doing more closely.
Okay, right. I made this, what do they call it?
Rice bag.
Rice bag.
Have you forgotten words today?
I have forgotten words today. I've been away, so my brain's not working right. Anyway, so this is my rice bag. I'll show you how it works in a minute. But this is my version of it. All these are raw edge on it. The bottom and the inside.
And where did you get that fabric from, Mum?
This fabric, the outside fabric, our quilt group were making a. They were doing their own stamping on their own fabric, weren't they?
Yeah.
And the ones that were doing it, which I wasn't one of them, they also had a long sheet, and they all had to go and do a bit of stamping on this sheet. And then we were given a bit of the sheet to do something with. Now, it didn't appeal to me, to be honest. So this is how mine ended up. As I say, all this in here, you can see the printing. Some of the printed in there. And if you can see what I mean. So what I basically did, I just put my feeling on it and covered it. So basically. So anyway. So
you blend it.
I blended it. I did. So anyway, so this is a rice bag, and it pulls up like that, so that you can take your stuff with you if you require.
And what have you been putting in yours then, Mum?
I just put my stuff in it. Like I made this and obviously in this one, and I keep that in and a few other bits and pieces stay in there.
So when you went on holiday, you took it then?
I did not take it with me this time because I didn't want it to get dirty. So I didn't actually take it. I took another one, which didn't.
But I guess if you're going on a retreat or...
Yeah, a retreat, yeah. And you just...
Or a hotel.
A hotel, yeah. Just undo it. They say it's got a muddly there.
Because it wouldn't have to be just for crafts, would it?
No. You can put anything in it, to be honest, because it's such a pretty little thing.
Even your wool, can't you?
Put your wool in it. If you're crocheting, knitting.
It's a good size, that one, isn't it?
Yeah. Have you got a tape?
Yeah, I've got a ruler.
Yeah, I'm not sure what size it is, to be honest.
It's 7.5 inches square.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was obviously in the inside fabric was obviously this fabric I had in the drawer. So, and that was it. So,
and the thing is, because it's raw edged, there's no 1/4 inch seam really, is there?
No, there isn't. No, all I did was I just sewed it literally straight and just sewed them all on like that. So, the inside, I must admit, was done on a machine. The lining was, so it didn't fray and all that sort of stuff. But that's the only sewing machine I used was obviously in the lining to make sure that.
Yeah, there's a lot of sewing in that, isn't there?
Yeah, but yeah, it was, and it was hard going because
you've done the Kathryn stitch, haven't you?
Yeah, I did done a lot of it. I've just done straight stitching. You can see it. Yeah, it's all down there. Some goes that way. Some goes that way. Yeah. And as I say, because it was paint on there, it was a bit hard going.
Oh yes, I see what you mean.
So
yeah,
it was a bit painful on my fingers, but I got there in the end, and I was glad when I did it. And I'm glad I put it, because I had actually had fabric on here and I didn't, just a bit of calico, and I didn't like it.
It wasn't embellished enough, was it?
It wasn't. I couldn't do it justice for all the work I've done it. So I just thought the lace on it just finished it off. So that's why. So I did that. So.
And you did a fabric tie originally, didn't you?
I did. Yeah, I think. Yeah, no.
And then you changed that, didn't you? And I think that was a good call as well.
Yeah. Because it's all gone a bit haywire with the pulleys, but yeah. Anyway, so that's it.
Well done, Mum.
I like it.
Because I've still got my bit of material. With nothing done on it.
Yeah, so obviously that was also to do with the Roxy Creation Stitchery.
Yes.
Wasn't it? It's to do with a
how many months ago?
Box. It was a box of covering a box or something. Right? Anyway, so that was my box. So, did you want to go on what I'm doing now?
Yeah.
And also, because also Roxy Creations a Stitchery. I got that right again. I'll never get it right. That they were doing a vessel or a vase or a bowl.
Roxy's
or something.
Journal of Stitchery.
Yeah, that's what I said, wasn't it?
Creations of Stitchery.
Well, Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. That is quite correct. Me, I never seem to get it right. I watch it all the time.
Yeah, you do, yeah.
So anyway, so this one was a vessel, a vase, bowl or whatever. So anyway, I decided to do a bowl. And so it's a flat one at the minute, as you see. So it's going to be, it's going to have thicker, like cotton, not thicker cotton around the edges to pull it in. Like the crochet cotton, thick.
Yes, yeah. Like a macrame.
Yeah.
Or...
So obviously, anyway, no, so thicker so I can get it in the needle and whatever. And then obviously, it's all going to be pulled out. It's something that's thicker, so it's not going to break because obviously it's going to be after a lot of pulling through it. So obviously it's going to go around the edge and then pulled up, and then it's going to have a binding on the top. Now I got some binding out, normal binding, and I decided there's too many colours in here not to do a mishmash.
Mm-hmm.
So my binding on it is going to be a mishmash of colours, just going over the top, because this is all raw edge again.
Yeah, it wouldn't look right, would it?
No,
no.
And I thought after all the work, like I do on it. So anyway, so this is my first piece. This is going to be my outside piece. So you can see on the back there's a lot going on. That's my outside piece, and I decided that this is going to be my inside piece. I'm still working on this bit, and I put that in the middle so that when it comes up, it just sort of sits nicely in the bottom. So this is this bit that I'm working on. So again, you can see there's a lot going on it. So that's what I'm working on at the moment.
So they would go back to back then?
That's the outside, that's the inside.
Yes, right, okay. And then you were binding.
And then it goes all together and then put binding over the top.
Mm.
So then that's what looks at the back and that's what it looks at the front.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's that.
And you've been able to do 2 different colours, haven't you? Really?
Yeah, I have, because this I found, because this wasn't going to be the material I had a different material I was going to use for the lining, and I just didn't like it. And we were away, myself and my husband, and obviously I take all my stuff with me, like you do. And I said, I really don't like that. And he actually agreed with me. So he said, I like what you do here. He said, have you got enough stuff? Have I got enough stuff? Of course I got enough stuff. Silly question. I even had the wadding. So,
of course you did.
Of course I did.
In your motorhome.
Yeah, that's right. So anyway, I found this. I cut out for another bit of fabric, and I thought that was an ideal centerpiece, and that's what gave me the colouring. Mm-hmm. So then I just found, got all my pieces out, and so that was it.
Well done.
So I'm working on that in a minute, and also while I was away, I had a couple of bits and pieces I took with me also, and I'd done these a long time ago, and red work flower, and a red work sewing machine. So I thought I'd make a little book, like I do. So, but I'd already done these, so they'd already done a long time ago, and they're in a box. So I thought I'd take them with me and see what I could come up with. Anyway, so I took my bits with me. So that's all it is. This is actually curtain lining.
Yeah.
Which is done really well.
Still using it,
yeah. So I just obviously fold it in half, stitch on, and then when it goes together, that obviously gets sewn together, because obviously all your stitching is going to be inside if you do it. Because I'd already done this on here, not on here, sorry. Obviously there's no stitching on the inside, but if I do something on here, like that, and I sew on there, obviously inside there's going to be the stitching. So you just, when you put it together, you just sew them together, so all your stitching's on the inside, and then you make it into a book. So I think I might actually just do a red work book, because I like red work. Yeah, so that's probably...
I mean, we were just talking about, weren't we? I mean, not necessarily the sewing machine, but Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. Their new prompt is field notes, isn't it? I've just been watching a video.
You watched it, did you? Yeah.
Well, someone else's video actually, but anyway, yeah. But she was doing, she was starting the process. So I was saying that maybe you could do that with that.
Yeah, but can I see your thing move then? I thought it was something moved. There's a pup around here somewhere. Yeah, so I don't know, because I like the red work, and it wouldn't go in with their prompts, because at the moment it's bulbs. But I don't know. I've got to think about it, to be honest.
Okay. Yeah.
Right, okay. That's me.
Right, I'm going to stop the camera and move it over to me.
Over there.
Oh, I tell you what, why don't we just swap places?
Well, it might be a good idea.
That's a much better idea.
Hold the phone, as Kathryn says. Hello.
Okay, so because I'm the queen of unfinishing, haven't really finished much, but because my brain goes, I have many things on the go. So I am trying to finish some things. So I shall show you where I am with different things. Right, so this was for the box thing as well, with Roxy's creation. Oh, see, you got me. Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. So I think I might have shown you the background before. So that was done with Inktense, and I just drew in the background, and then I've started to sew on it, as you can see, and just do some wildflowers, and I've put some clouds on. So this will form one of my sides, but I have to be honest, I can't remember what I was doing. And that's the same with this as well. I watch videos and I don't think I saved them, and then they gave me inspiration, and now I can't quite remember what videos they were. There's another potential side. This was the other landscape sewing I was doing, and then sewing into it with a little dry stone wall and different things with the light and shade going across. I think I might have shown you that one before. So that's still on the go. I did a rabbit. I think I showed you when I cut it out. And anyway, that's me. I've stitched it on now. He's quite cute, because obviously we have a house rabbit, so I do like my rabbits. And he's cute.
Because you moved his position as well.
Yeah, I moved the position because I didn't like where it was, and I've got to put a butterfly on it.
So that was unpicking, wasn't it, before you put it back on again?
Yeah, I had to unpick it all, didn't I? Because I sewed it all on. So that's been a bit of a nightmare, actually, considering that's quite easy. Now, obviously, for the box, there's meant to be 4 sides. I don't even know where that is. So that is somewhere. So to make a box, I need to find it. This is something else I've been working on for quite a while too. I started it quite a while ago. So it's a felting, and it was a round one. So I'd done it in a hoop. It's for a hoop, sorry. And then I realised, because I like to take like professional kind of pictures of it and then print it out on a giclée print. And I just thought, I won't be able to do that if I do it on a round one. So today I've made it square. So I'm going to put a little bit of that in the video, in this video, so you can see what I was doing and understand. So that's where I've got to now on that one. So that one, I think we're nearly done on that one. Now this one's meant to be the vessel.
Vessel, yeah.
But I can't for the life of me think what I was doing. I think it was something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think then you're just going to roll it around.
And then I was going to roll it around and roll it around. And I found these two, well, obviously it was a bit of material, and then I cut it in half. And then we were talking about whether to, I think it's over there actually, whether to put it's two little bits of material, whether to put interfacing in it. That's where we were last time. But that may not be your last time, because I shall let you into a little secret. I videoed me and my mum over a month ago to post for when she was going away, and I deleted the whole lot. So I edited it and then got rid of it off the SD card, and it hadn't been saved, and my computer was mucking around at the time and wasn't able to save or whatever was going on, and it ended up deleting it. So some of this is why we feel we've done this before. But we have, because we recorded it and then obviously it didn't.
But we're
I didn't go live with it.
Yeah, so we don't think you've seen a lot of this.
No. So what the discussion was on the video that you haven't seen was whether to put interfacing to make this a bit stronger or no interfacing. So I decided to do a little mock-up. So with wadding in the middle of two bits of calico. So this one is with no interfacing and this one is with interfacing. So I decided, because of the feel of them and the rigidity, obviously it's not rigid, but it's, you know, it's flexible, but it's certainly got more substance to it than
stand up.
Yeah. So I went with the interfacing one, which I've done on this. So I started this one and then I decided, I'll start this one, and then I forgot to put the interfacing on. So I've got to go over that with interfacing. So basically I just cut it out. It's the really fine one as well, Vilene. And just ironed it on. So this one, I've had real trouble with this though. I was really inspired by the fabric, but I wasn't then inspired about what to do with it. So this is what I've come up with already. Obviously I like trees, really like trees. So that's why I've started, and that's got lots of colonial knots in it. And then I've got a bit of, what's that called again, Mum? Fishbone? Oh, no, feather stitch, and lazy daisies. And then I'm going to do something over this side. So it's going to kind of be three different things. Mm. And this one, I was just doing random shapes with the shapes. But Mum, having spoken to Mum when she came back, we've discussed that there's different patterns in there that I'm going to try and make
something of.
Make something of, yeah. So we're going to do, I'm going to do that. Oh, here comes Jax. Hello, Jax. We have, talking about dogs, we have someone to show you. So in the summer.
Oh, sorry. Didn't know they were coming around.
That's right. Jet.
It's that ball. It's the ball that he's at. They're going absolutely mad.
Ooh. So in summer, 3 weeks ago, we decided,
Excuse my husband's body, just walking through.
So in the summer, 3 weeks ago, we decided to buy a puppy. And here he is. This is Jet. Jet is now 17 weeks old. He's a miniature Labradoodle. So he's his mum was a Labradoodle poodle, and then she was bred with a miniature Labradoodle. A miniature poodle. And as I said, there must have been some steps involved. I was just trying to think how a miniature
Turkey
poodle.
basting.
Anyway, so he is just the most gorgeous boy, and we haven't had a boy dog for a very, very long time. So, but he's so calm, and don't get me wrong, he does have his mad 5 minutes, and I will then edit in Jet having a mad 5 minutes, so you can see.
But the backhand is still a thing of beauty. The only set that he lost at Joe's Club was to Jack Draper, who beat O'Carroll.
But on the whole, he's just a very calm little boy who's very happy to be cuddled and lick you to death, aren't you? But he's settled in well with Sooty and the rabbit and the cat. And we're working on Jax.
Working on Jax, my one, yeah.
Yeah, Jax is a bit wary of him. So yeah, it's all change, and Jax doesn't really like change.
Yeah, because when he left,
there was no
Jet.
puppy.
When he came back, there was a little Jet. Which it gets confusing because we got a Jax and a Jet, so it gets a bit confusing.
My husband named him Jet, and yes, I'm finding it so difficult. Jax. Oh my goodness. Anyway, but he don't care. He comes to most things.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a very good boy. He's a bit sleepy, aren't you? A bit sleepy. Yeah, so that's keeping me busy. But actually, he's very good though, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, yeah.
On the whole, he's doing very, very well and settled in very well. So, because we got him on the Saturday, and then we went and drove to the Lake District, which is about 7 hours from here, with him and Sooty, and they were absolutely amazing. Obviously, we stopped numerous times, but he was just brilliant. Just slept all the way. Had a drink of water, went back to sleep again. So yeah, he's been very, very good. So yes, that's been my summer project at the minute. So what are we going to do next week, Mum? Hang on, let's move the camera again. Hang on a minute.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you're going to shuffle along.
I'll shuffle.
Come on then, shuffle.
We'll do the shuffle.
Do the shuffle.
Do the shuffle.
Oh, that's much easier. Hi.
Right, well, what we were thinking of, we'd done stitches before, and we thought we'd try and do a few more stitches. Now, as I said before, I'm not a trained embroiderer, but I learned from other people, and I learned from books. So it's nice to sort of show you, so hopefully you can, learn as well. So we're just going to do a few different stitches. We're working on them at the moment as to what ones we're going to be doing.
These are a few we thought.
Yeah.
Turkey.
Just drink of water.
Excuse me. Turkey work. Herringbone stitch.
Yeah.
And Cretan stitch.
Cretan stitch.
Cretan stitch, not Cretan.
Or chevron stitch. It all depends. Cretan stitch, I'm okay on, but because I'll learn together. Because Cretan stitch is a little bit, and then obviously there's chevron stitch. So, there's a few that we can, perhaps learn
include.
Yeah.
Come closer.
Come closer. Very closer.
Come closer still, because you're halfway in.
Okay.
Yes. So I forgot to say, I've been doing this as well, Mum,
Oh, it's lovely. Yeah.
in the mornings, which is Granny Stitch. Granny Stitch?
Granny square.
Granny Square. Sorry, Adrian's just come in. Granny Square. I used some of my wool, but unfortunately a moth had got to it, and so there's lots of ends I've got to sew in.
Keep you quiet for a while. There's
Yeah.
quite a few there.
Anyway, so that's that. That looks a
like
bit
it.
weird, doesn't it? Oh, that's because I haven't come round there yet. I was just saying that looks a bit drunk.
No, you're working on it still.
Yeah.
No, I haven't crocheted for ages. Excuse me.
Yeah, I've been enjoying that while I've been watching me YouTube.
YouTube.
So I did a little bit of filming with that this morning. So,
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
and it was quite a funny bit on it with City. Because I like pull out the wool and I didn't realise it was like flopped over her ear. And she's like, as if to say, what you doing? But he caught it on camera. So I was quite pleased with that. So you have to watch it to find out. Right.
Hold our breaths for a finish on that one anytime soon. But I've got some thread here, and I ain't got thread in my pocket. No, it's this. I'll use this new one here. So I'll get myself going. Here we go. I've got a needle. Oh, actually, that one is already primed. So I've cleared all round. John, my son, came for a supper. He sometimes does that on a Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. And so that was really lovely to have him for supper. And I'll see you here very, very soon.
So today I'm going to square this piece off. I made it as a hooped piece originally without thinking about making it as a giclée print, because what I usually do is put them into frames and sell them, or put them in mounts. But because this is round, I'm unable to do that. So today I'm going to square this off. So I'm going to draw some lines around it so I know where I need to go. And I'm going to use my embellisher machine here, which I'll show you in a minute, to be able to do that. Okay, so come and join me. So when I make my pieces, I use a lot of scraps, as you can see here. And because I thought I'd nearly finished this piece, I kind of didn't keep them all together. So I've got this light blue here, and I need to try and now match it up. And I think what I did was mixed it up. So with some light blue and some darker blue. So I'm trying to replicate that because obviously I want to join it and it wants to look the same. So I'm trying to look through my scraps. So that I can card some more wool to be able to do that. The green isn't an issue because I have the green, so that's not the issue. So I just need to now match up the blue. So when I've sorted that out, I'll come back to you. Okay, let's have a look. Well, not too bad there. Make a bit more interest in the sky with some darker clouds. So that's not a problem, actually. And as for the water, it's all like mushy kind of grey colour anyway, as well as blue. So that's not going to be such an issue. So here's my embellishing machine. So this is my embellishing machine. It's actually a baby lock embellisher. It has 7 needles, which I find really helpful. I'm going to use the embellisher because I want to be able to just get it on there easily. So what I do is take a bit at a time. So like I'm going to fill in that bit of sky. I'm going to try and get the wall going the same way. And get my pedal, which is underneath, and I'm going to start adding. So I just go backwards and forwards, adding in that bit of wool. And obviously it's not, as you can see, exactly the same colour. So I'm going to have to kind of mix it in with what's already there. I don't think I've made enough, to be honest. There we go. I like that. It's adding a bit of more interest into the sky instead of it just being one colour blue. Okay. So that's squared that off quite nicely. I quite like the light going here, which I'm going to leave in. Just need to bring it a bit more over here. I just need to make up some more wool. But that's looking good. Stretch this over a bit, see how much more I can get out of it. That's the great thing with wool, you can stretch it. Manipulate it quite well. Right. Okay, so that's looking better already. I like that. So I'm going to do some clouds coming in. Obviously, I've got some spaces here, and I've run out of the blue. So I'm going to start adding some clouds in. What I might do is have them maybe a bit 3D going across the picture, which is, once again, so for the original picture, I would be able to do that. Obviously for the giclée prints, you're not going to get that. You're not going to get that kind of look. But just looking at that in the camera, that looks quite nice. So I'm not going to use the embellisher because obviously the embellisher completely flattens everything and does it really well, which is great if you wanted to do that. So I think I'm going to, well, I don't think, I am going to needle felt this in so that I can keep some of the texture of the wool. As I've talked in the past, I mean, wool is, you know, you're able to manipulate wool very easily and stretch it around or crunch it up, and you don't get any lines. That's what I like. So just by doing that, I've added a bit of interest. I can't really bring it to you because it's not the right light, but I will show you properly when I finished it. I quite like this bit of light here, but because it's the colour of the material in the background, so it's this colour, I need to now fill that in with wool so that I'm able to show it's a cloud at the top of the mountain. Kind of joining into one another. Just change the shape of that one slightly. push that one back, that one's kind of in the background, and then these come to the fore a bit more. I think what I'll do is I'll accentuate the top of these mountains a bit more so you can see. But actually, I think that would be quite successful. Right, so I'm going to do a bit more fiddling round and I'll come back to you. Right, so that's us next week then. We'll be doing some stitches.
Some stitches, yeah. I'll see which ones I can, that would be reasonably easy to show you.
Yeah.
That's the thing, yeah.
Yeah, and we're looking forward to that, won't we?
Mm.
And I'm going to try and do some videos about my wool and some more spinning videos. So I'm going to try and get right back into it again from where we were, right back in last year, January.
Mm-hmm.
So try and get it back up again. So anyway, if you're here for the first time, thank you. Please subscribe and like the video, and it just helps YouTube to pass us on. And we appreciate everybody's comments, don't we?
And if you're still hanging around, thank you so much.
You can let go now.
Yeah.
And thank you for your lovely comments which we received.
Yes, we do get some lovely ones.
Yeah,
we really do. It's lovely.
We found that very touching.
We do, yeah. One of them was absolutely, really was touching.
About their mum, wasn't it, or something? Yeah. So we're just grateful that people are liking the two of us together. And we'll get together next week.
Next week, yes.
Okay then. Yeah. Anyway, so I shall add in the other bits, so you'll see all of them too. And for this week, that's it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye.
Right, I'll try not to delete this one.
Yeah.